Hi Universe Darlings, thanks for joining me for another YouTube video. And before this begins, if you like my vlogs, be sure to subscribe and tap the bell and check out my website, TonyBomboni.com, to book your own services from me. All the links are in the description box below. If you want 10% off my services, use code TONY, and 20% off using code TONY2 if you're a returning customer. So 10% off is only for new people, 20% for returning people. Okay, so today's video, I wanted to share with you my talks with God. And at first I thought, no, this can't be right. This is too private. You know, I'm a private person. Normally I would share with you guys even my private life, even things like that in between. But this was maybe, I thought, like stretching my limitations, my boundaries. But then God told me, as I was speaking to God, he was like, share my word with your poopsies, with your audience. So I thought, oh my God, you know, we can all channel and speak to God, the universe, whatever you call it. You know, God is the creator of the universe, so why speak to the universe when you can create? Well, you can create through God, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can speak to the creator of that. You know, why speak to just the thing he created? So I thought, okay, I'd rather talk to God than the universe, right? So I have definitely stepped up my faith within the past few months for sure. So here's my journal. I keep it close to heart, and this is where I write down. Obviously, I'm not going to read everything. Some things are, in fact, way too private. But what I literally did was I started writing this journal. This journal exactly. I mean, I've been doing this before. On the 1st of January, 2021, and I dated it 1/1/2021. I wrote to Tony, and I wrote from God. Isn't that funny? So yeah, I started writing in it on the 2nd, because I decided to start writing in this new journal on the 1st, the night of. So I do this every morning for 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 15 to 20 minutes, honestly, because sometimes I just sit there and cry or have long talks. And, you know, different days, different things. Every day is a different day. Every day I have different questions for God. Every day I talk to him almost differently because I'm going through different circumstances, right? I ask him many questions, and sometimes I just sit there and talk to myself, meaning talk to God. But like, it feels like you're channeling him and in a phone call. Like, even though he's not to be channeled, like he even instructed me that, I was like, oh, it feels like I'm channeling you. He's like, no, he literally told me, like, no, I'm not someone you channel. I'm always here. I was like, oh, this makes sense now. You know, I know this is God because of the way he speaks. So basically, how do you channel? I say channel lightly, but you know what I mean, because I've been doing spiritual work for so long. I say channel, and I'm so used to saying channel. Sorry, I got distracted. My dog was sniffing something here. But basically, how do you channel God, you know, or call upon him, I should say. Everyone's able to. Everyone is part of God. You know, we're all kind of like his parts, right? Even though we are a bit like distanced from him, it's kind of like, you know, just overall a being, an entity, whatever you want to call it, that's always there. That's the creator of everything and anything. So I do believe we're parts of them, of him, and so we're like little, I imagine like little fractals of this whole piece in the puzzle. I even write about this in my book, how I kind of visualize everything is to be, you know, in this universe, and how the universe overall works like a body system. It's in my book, Finding Your Alignment, if you want to check it out. Or just type Tony Bomboni book on Google, you'll find it. But basically, this is not a book promo. I'm just trying to emphasize kind of how to call upon him. So it's that little voice in your head, and you kind of have to hear it, especially when you talk. And I've been doing it a while, so I already know that voice. And sometimes it's not even him. It's just sometimes your own thoughts, and that's okay. You write it down anyway. So basically, I'm going to share with you some things he said. I'm going to have to scan over. I don't remember exactly what some of the things are for, because I wasn't that specific in my writing. I just write down kind of what the messages he says. So basically, whether it's him or not, you might resonate with some of this, and maybe you've heard it from him before. Let it go and be yourself. That was actually the very first thing I wrote down. Let it go, be yourself. So I guess I was in conflict or had a lot of questions, and it wasn't even about being myself. It was just that's what he told me, so I wrote it down. So maybe what I'm sharing with you in this blog is something you need to hear as well. So that's the point of me sharing it. Just in such a simple phrase, it's so powerful. Be fearless. That's another thing. I love that. I'm always able to speak to God. I mean, this was just in the first day. Let's see here. Everything is meant to be here on earth. This is what he said. The way it's planted, the way it's designed to be. Everything is meant to be here on earth, the way it's planted, the way it's designed to be. I mean, how magnificent is that and beautiful? It's just, sometimes I even like when I hear these things, I repeat them back out loud. There's something powerful about the spoken word. Like you can hear me say this and then you repeat it back out loud. Like you're literally speaking God's word. And there's just something so, it's like a spell. Talking about witchy stuff here again, but it's like a spell. There's something so powerful about it. It's not called spelling for a reason. So basically I was asking him one day about something that kind of made me feel guilt tripped. I don't remember what it was, but he basically said, God is eternal and loving. Some teachings are a personal human construct. So I shouldn't believe everything I read or hear, you know. Some things people emanate in their own work, right? Like if you read a book and something makes you feel guilty inside and you don't really like it or resonate or feel like it's really that connected to source, that's basically what it is. Like some teachings, some person's writings or work of art is a personal human construct. Not everything is from God themselves, right? So that kind of was a nice reminder. He is eternal and loving. So something that's not loving is not of his. He doesn't hate, right? So that makes sense. God never teaches or preaches guilt. That is true. And this was nice. You will receive my blessings forever and always. I will hold you with my righteous right hand. That was very nice to hear. This is something that I was talking about my feelings and my mental health, and this kind of helped me. It felt like I was talking to a therapist, actually. Your actions lead to your behaviors as a consequence to your actions. Now, it's very hard to process, and I still don't fully grasp what he's trying to tell me, but I keep it in the back of my head. Your actions lead to your behaviors. So if you do something, it leads to your behavior. If you said something nasty to someone in your class, for example, that's your behavior. You saying something nasty. Being nasty is your behavior. And that is in itself is a consequence of your action. So now maybe you feel guilty for doing that, right? Another thing he said, and whenever he says something, I write it in quotes. When I say something and I write it down, I write it just as is. But if he says something, I write it in quotation marks. I want you to hear your own words and be conscious of them. I want you to hear your own words and be conscious of them. Very good. One time it felt like I was interviewing him. Like it felt like I was on 60 Minutes and asking him questions. And he literally told me, and he can be sassy sometimes with me, okay? Like, but discipline and stern, which I appreciate. Like, it's a loving God, but if he needs to tell you something straight, he will. You are not here to interview me. I am here to interview you. And then I wrote in quotations, interview myself, because myself through God. He is me. I am a part of him, right? So I'm here to interview you. So it's like, that's why I said it's like talking to yourself, because there's no one really there. Well, there is, but there's not. You know what I'm saying? Like not a real person. So it's like you're interviewing yourself through him. So that made sense. This was wonderful. I asked what this world situation, what's the point? Why is it here? He said to stay in stillness and silence, to stay in nothingness. Because we were so used to living in a speed rail train, like going 100 miles a minute, the rat race, the whole capitalism idea, right? We didn't even want to sit in our own problems. We didn't even want to sit in our own crap. So this was brought here. That's why we were at home, isolated, distanced, covered. Nothing, silence, to sit in silence. And it ain't going away until we learn through that. We heal. Remarkable. I'm not someone you channel. I'm someone who's always there. That was another thing. I kind of want to make this longer and read everything I feel comfortable sharing with you. But there's so many pages that I'm not probably going to get through it all. But I'll make this vlog a little longer, just to be fair with you guys. I don't want to just keep making 10-minute vlogs. Be great. Be greatness. Fear not, for I am with you. That was another thing. Be ready. That's another thing, whatever that means to you. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Let go. A nice reminder again. Definitely something I need to do and work on. Anything is as real as you want it to be. The mind makes anything real. And I put in quotes, illusion. Because the mind really makes our own illusions. It's real if you think it is, or make it. Be at peace. Commit to your goals. That's another piece of advice he threw my way. Listen to the signs. Pay close attention to those around you. And maybe that's why he drew me to share these with you guys, because maybe it's something you need to hear, and maybe you should write down as well. I sound like a teacher, like, students, you should write this down. Yes, or you're going to fail. You're going to fail at life. Just kidding. You guys will exceed and get an A++ in life. No one's getting Z minuses. Nothing is real. Oh my God. That blew my mind. Let's see here. I asked other questions. I guess I can share this with you guys because I already shared this in my vlogs. You guys remember all the issues I was dealing with past exes in 2019? And I made story times about them. I asked, dear God, why did you make me go through that suffering? He said, teaching and showing you the way to be a listening ear for others during a time of need. Could he not be any greater, seriously? Let's see here. This is kind of private. I won't share. You will be watched. That's when I kind of felt like I needed protection. So that made me feel calm. You are greatness. You are a master of the universe. Again, just some positive affirmations here that he shared with me. I will guide you, my son. I will hold you dearly close to my heart. These are beautiful. Please rest assured I will be there for you. It's like me saying something, and then these quotes I'm reading back to you is what he said back in the phone call. You call upon my guidance even during the darkest of hours. Yeah, just beautiful. I will assist you in all affairs. Hold me close to your heart, and I shall hold you close to mine. I mean, I just feel healed and healthy and better, and all things better just reading these out loud. It's good to even repeat them and chant them. I sometimes review these as well. Every few days I'll go back and review these before bed as part of my nightly ritual prayer affirmations. And morning, I repeat in the morning as well, before I start my day. I am the freer of the brokenhearted. You know, some of these things I've also heard somewhere else before, you know, not just from these conversations, and that's why my mind constructs those thoughts and those exact words, is because I've either heard them before, read them before, seen them from somewhere before. Let's see here. I asked one day, how to fight feelings of tiredness, because sometimes I have a lot to do and I just feel tired, and I wake up in the morning and I just don't have the energy sometimes. So he recommended me just peace, calmness. Be still with the oneness of the Word of God. You will fight this. These feelings come up from time to time. Your commitment will keep you going. Commit. Emphasis on commit. Commit to you. Be you. Do you. Be excellent. Just be. So then he led me to his own version of a prayer for me for refreshment. So if you need to wake up, maybe write this down. Awaken now, my son. Be still, for hear the voice of God along your ears. Refresh your spirit with the word of my prayer. I love thy eternally and forever. Be still, my child. Breathe the essence and aroma of my love for you. Blessed be the Father Almighty. So that was literally what he said, word for word. And sometimes it's hard to write down that fast. Like when he's talking, like you need to like mentally pause, put it on hold, and then continue listening as you're writing. You get used to it after a while, though. And then this is a prayer I was led to, which I memorized. I memorized a lot of scriptures and prayers in my educating over time. So, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Stay close to your heart. Listen to your heart. Yes, I am the master manifester of your dreams. I put of your dreams in quotes because it related to me. And this is just one thing I wrote just as a mental note. Nothing he said, just something I said. Talking to God feels so empowering. It feels like I'm being heard. And then I started to cry because it felt like you're being heard. You know, sometimes you feel alone and left out. Some days you feel more lonely. And it just really touched me that day. Love thy neighbor. And I was like, what does love thy neighbor mean? And he was like, oh, it just means love yourself, love everyone around you, love all the animals, all the trees. So that I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Worry not, my child. I am always there when you need me. Be mindful of your surroundings, for there you shall find your peace and unity. So at that day, I just walked outside and looked at nature and just felt so much more connected. See into the future through the power of me. So that related to my tarot readings. I was like, yep, I'm going to call upon you from now on. Be at bliss. May mine heal you forever. That means may my bliss heal you forever, because he's eternally in bliss. Tell me of those things which trouble you, for I am listening. Let my guidance be the way for you. Let my eternal love surround you in embrace. I mean, guys, this is just beautiful. I can't even believe I wrote or heard some of these things down, but that's the magical power of, like, I even think I'm gonna like silence my lips after probably this last page, and just like continue doing this and just write a book of all of these quotes and thoughts and teachings and make it like a book where it's like, okay, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, I probably will write another book, just saying. My son, you shall prosper in this life. It is your divine duty to move forward. See into the future using my ability. Yeah. Call upon me when you speak to the cards. Share your wisdom with the world. You know, I hope this just inspires some of you, you know. Yeah, some of this is more private to me, for sure. Changes must take place in the world, everything and anything. I asked sometimes like some questions like, when is this going to happen? Like an eager little child waiting for their Christmas present. And he said, I can never give you a timeline. You just let things happen. You or anyone else are not deemed more important or worthy. We're all the same. And then some other prayers that are in the Bible here. Your youth floods in you. I love that. Rejoice in the Holy Spirit. And one time he just said love as a response. Love. Maintain peace to attract more peace. That was a good thought. Remember to love. see here, more prayers. You've probably already heard of before. Yeah. Let's see here. Private stuff. Stuff I can't probably even share in here. Spread love through the doors you walk into. Spread love everywhere and onto everyone. Fill the room with your loving energy. You know, it's funny, one day I asked, what do I do when I am so busy and I'm just stressed from being so busy? He recommended do the opposite. Be at peace, go meditate, have fun, relax. So I was like, okay, next time I feel this stress, I'll just cut my toenails or something. Channel your inner kindness. And another thing on being busy, exist, breathe. Take a deep breath, then let it go. Release it to me. That's what he said. How wonderful is that? Do what is in your heart. Do what you originally set out to do. Don't follow the crowd. Make your own flock. Produce your own grains. Keep going. You choose what your heart draws you to most. Keep educating yourself. Find time in everything you do. There's always time. Make it. Something about gratitude here. My love for you is felt greater with time. That's me, like talking to him. But the more I talk to him, the more my love grows. Be love, be kind. Manifest me. Again, a reminder I'm not to be channeled. I'm here because I sometimes forget when I'm talking to him. Gratitude is the greatest expression of the mind. Speak it, believe it some more. Son, my love for you is never ending. My love for you is strong. Freedom, you are free like the birds. Your youth is renewed like the eagles. Private stuff. Look at yourself in the mirror and look at who you truly are. Speak within. This was again about my mental health. Sing more. That was an interesting one. I think because I sung to him something and then I was in a cheerful mood, I guess. See. That's all he said one day. It was just see. That's it. I was like, okay. But it's a powerful message nonetheless. Just one word. See. S-E-E-C. Like, what do I need to see more? Maybe, however that resonates with you. He also said, one day, and this is powerful. This is powerful. One day I asked about something. And he said, I keep all recordings of your past. I hold and store all of your eternal memories. I may also allow you to forget. Only memories that impacted you deeply, like deep, probably traumatic experiences. I wrote this down. I felt your hand in my head wash away my past woes, giving me supernatural amnesia. I feel so at peace, this inexplicable calm. That's God. I felt the hand of God in my head today. He is the giver, not the healer. So he literally gave me this like supernatural amnesia in a good way. It's like, I don't know what it was. I just felt his hand like just go like this. And then all of a sudden I felt like my world spin, like went boom, like dizziness. And then I felt better. I don't know what it was. So let's see here. Listen to music more. It teaches you how to be creative. So that's actually the last of these pages. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys because there's a lot in that you could probably take on and relate to your own life, you know. Even if you don't believe there's like a higher power force or something, but whatever you want to feel drawn to or call or connect with yourself, you know. Thank you guys for watching. This feels very, very inspiring and motivating, and I don't know about you, but I definitely feel more like a nice reminder that there's something there, something holding everything in place together, and there's nothing to fear. Bye, guys.